Good afternoon, Houston. This is attorney Anthony Push from the Push and Win Law Firm, wishing you all a safe drive home. But in the event you do get involved in an accident, you know who to call. 833-PUSH-WIN. We push, you win.
104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here. Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wife! I am a wife!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE. Good morning,
Good
everybody.
morning, Houston, Texas. It's Wednesday, June the 7th of 2023 at 6:01 a.m. Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, Sam, Amon's here. The whole gang's here because it's Rapid Fire Quiz Wednesday, kids.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only reason we're all here.
Yeah.
The only
I got a
reason.
goodie
Trying to
for
get
you.
ready for the 8 o'clock because we got a chance for y'all to win George Lopez tickets. He'll be at Smart Financial.
Well, that's a great prize.
Smart Financial.
Smart.
Smart Financial Center. Yeah.
So smart though. He can only think about it. He does one show. Like when he used to do improv, he would do 3 or 4 shows, and still that'd probably be half of what he could get there.
Yeah, because it's such a bigger venue.
Improv can hold about 500 people.
If you pack them in like rats.
Smart Financial has multiple configurations. I think the biggest one is
Like
7,000
7,000,
people.
And he'll probably get that easy.
You haven't heard much from him.
I used to know, like back in the day when Ryan and I worked in Dallas.
Yeah, he'd come in all the
He
time.
was always around him and Carlos Mencia and a bunch of dudes. And I remember Mencia would tell me back then, he's like, dude, he'd show me pictures of his girlfriend or wife, and he's like, she was really hot. And he's like, see,
Yeah.
this, you want to know how funny I am, Eric? And he'd
Yeah.
show me that photo. 'Cause he's like,
George Lopez would say that, or Carlos Mencia
I
would
think
say
Carlos
that?
did, and then
Yeah.
George would drop little, like, we're just BSing in the studio, and they make like 75-100 grand in a weekend.
Oh, yeah.
This is when they were just doing comedy clubs, not.
But
But
George is the
traveling
one,
all the time, though.
George is the one who got a kidney transplant from his wife and then divorced her afterwards.
But not right afterwards. It wasn't like,
He
thanks for
waited.
the kidney.
He waited a
Bye.
year.
And then
it was wild.
we
Thanks
had
for
him
the
on.
kidney.
Remember that time we had him on?
He's talking about
Yeah,
the
when he
kid.
did, the kid got fired on his show. He goes, that little bastard wanted too much money.
Fired.
So we fired him.
I'm like, damn.
Well, I don't think that was the quote,
Carlos.
but it was very awkward.
It was
because
similar
he was
to that.
talking about how, well, other people are waiting for that job. There's a lot of people that would do that job for less. What we're offering, I don't know. It's up to you.
It was cutthroat. I was
And
like,
I think
whoa.
he was talking about like the parents of the child who were negotiating hard for
Stage
the kid.
parents.
He did get screwed on that show. It was doing great
Yeah.
ratings.
They
and-
canceled it for no reason.
No. And especially the Latino market was not being served.
Didn't it
On-
get
on
canceled
mainstream
for the TV show Cavemen?
Yep.
That was the
Like
show
a
they
Caveman.
canceled. The George
Nick
Lopez
Kroll
show.
was in Caveman.
Yeah, it was
he?
highly successful, and they cancel it for Caveman, which, I mean, what, lasted 3 episodes?
Right.
That was such a dumb idea.
Also, I think ever since pandemic, I have not, like ever since we all locked down and went home to work, I have not kept up with my comics making the rounds in different clubs. Like Carlos Mencia, what happened to him? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I know he's probably still making lots of money.
He was
Like,
at
whatever.
Skadoosherton. He was over at the morning show that I worked on across from y'all all the time.
Yeah.
And he would come in and first of all, he'd kind of push his way into the show, and then he'd almost take over the show.
Oh, yeah, he definitely took over.
And then he was kind of a skadoosh to.
Remember the fights he got in with Joe Rogan? We used to play the audio.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Joe
No,
Rogan
I don't
accused him-
remember that.
It was like famous on YouTube. It's like Joe Rogan accused him of stealing his act from other comics. And then
Oh,
stealing
yes,
jokes.
yes, I do remember that.
Like a lot of his
I mean,
jokes.
think
had been
about
done
even
before.
his Carlos Mencia show. He stole that from Dave Chappelle, like his type of comedy, how they did their show as well as sketches and stuff. So they started that, and then Joe Rogan took off. Back then it was like, who's Joe Rogan?
Who knew
so
the host
funny.
of Fear Factor was going to turn into this guy?
Yeah, news radio.
Even before that, he was just a background character on, there was a show called Suddenly Susan with Brooke Shields.
He did that one. I know he did news radio.
Oh, it was news radio. That's right.
He was like
News
engineer
radio
or something.
All those shows are kind of, they kind of blur together as like 90s kind of
Ensemble.
like boring
Well, because they were
ensemble.
trying to find something to fill the spots between Friends and Seinfeld.
Shoot Me and all those.
They had Caroline in the City. They had The Single Guy. They had Veronica's Closet. They had a lot of shows rotating, those two major anchors. And I do remember George Lopez going off, and it really spoke to us radio people about a program director that just was trying to control him too much or telling him you're never going to have
Which
anything.
is funny because he's our friend.
Well, which guy was that?
Mike
I don't
Marino.
know.
Yeah.
Oh, it was about him?
Yes, Mike.
It's our.
Oh, wow, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he.
What was Mike telling him? Like how to do his show?
Yeah, I think in any business you can tell someone like, here's how we want to do things, but don't tell me how to do it. Like how to be funny. Mm-hmm. I'm George freaking Lopez. I don't need you to tell me how to be funny on the radio. You know what I mean? This guy also started Mario Lopez. Remember him? Saved by the Bell.
Yep.
Extra. He's on all those shows. That guy's never had an ounce of body fat in his life.
Oh yeah,
Mario?
ages later.
When I remember when I was a kid watching,
Ages later.
He had abs, and I'm like, is that even possible for a 12-year-old
and
to have
abs.
abs?
Well, it
and
is if
dimples.
you're in the gym 7 days a week.
You're
That's
like
the job.
12.
That's
Yeah.
the job.
Whatever
That's the
happened?
job.
You remember that little kid? He was like famous. He was like a little Hercules. He was like this bodybuilder kid.
Oh yeah, he was all over.
Oh yeah,
had
we
long
talked about
hair.
him a couple
Yeah.
months ago. That
What happened to
his
him?
parents
Didn't he die?
No,
No.
that was the rumor. That was the rumor.
No.
He's just, I think,
Pop
normal.
You're part of the problem, Kevin.
No,
Go sit in the corner and drink your coffee.
He
He just went back to like
Did kill him.
the softness of the regular person.
Oh,
you
he
know what I mean?
did?
I don't think he's not still like a hard body or anything like
Yeah,
that.
Kevin. He's in the grave with Mikey from Life Cereal.
They did all these.
I just didn't.
Urban legends.
You know, he like over steroided and I don't know, his heart burst or something.
No, that did not happen.
If he
But
kept
it is.
doing it, I bet he would.
It's a little odd when you see a 7-year-old with pecs.
Yeah.
It was really messed up. He had a 12-pack, and
Yeah.
his quads were out of control. Now he's just
Normal looking.
not so fit and living a normal life.
The tattoo in the ribs.
It was really nuts. Now he's like, 30 years old? He works as a Hollywood
What?
stuntman.
A stuntman.
He works as a Hollywood stuntman, regularly
Okay.
getting set on fire and falling 50 feet to the ground as part of his job.
Oh my! I don't think I want that for a job.
Well, somebody's got to do it.
I'm
Those guys
getting
make a lot
set
of
on
money.
fire today. You always see that one TV show. You always see a
And you
TV
get set on
show, the
fire
guy like
and-
waving his arms on fire in the TV show.
And no one knows who you are. You're the unknown.
That's the guy. I was the guy on fire.
Yeah. We had a guy who listened to our show a lot. He was a stuntman for a lot of big films.
But he used to attack Tom Cruise saying he didn't do his stunts. But all these videos of Tom Cruise doing his stunts, so I don't know.
He's really amped it up. Tom Cruise. I saw a whole special. I think it was on HBO.
Every time does the big stunts like that
He does.
motorcycle thing that he's doing now.
That motorcycle. He does this, and they did it like 6 times, where he drives a motorcycle off a cliff, and then flies off the motorcycle, and then base jumps off of it. His parachute comes off. I mean, Tom Cruise is nuts.
They're nuts
he's
for letting
really-
him do it.
yeah.
If I'm spending billions of dollars, hundreds
Yeah,
of
you
millions of
don't want
dollars,
him hurt.
On a film.
and you get hurt, I'm
And he's
screwed.
doing his next movie. He wants to go into space. He wants to be launched into space.
Well, I mean, if this is what he wants to do, I guess. You know,
Look for Ron L.
Make
Hubbard
him
or whatever.
Yeah.
He's
His
trying to
leader?
find his god.
Yeah. What is it, Smegma, or what's that thing? That little thing? What's the thing called? The
It's not called that.
Smitans or
It's not called what you just said.
I don't know.
They're the cretins,
Smitans.
the ones that
I have no
they have
idea.
to pull the you have to pull them out of your body.
What are they?
Yeah, right.
Ryan's really
You have to
dying.
get
I
rid
don't
of
know
the
what they're
you have to
called.
get rid
Okay.
of the cretins.
Yes, the Cretans.
I don't know. Some weird. I don't know Scientology. I don't know what they're called.
Well, anyway,
I guess I
coming
don't
up
know.
next,
What did I- I didn't know
in
what I said.
Celebrity Scoop, we're in the
tell you
Tree
when
of
we go to
Trust, are
break.
we not? We're in the Tree of Trust because now that the kiddos are sleeping in later because they're not in school, I can play you this audio that's very expletive laced.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, I want to hear that.
Expletive laced audio from Pete Davidson. But why is he so mad, bro?
This wakes you up.
Why is he so mad? Well, find out why he's so mad, and maybe you'll also be mad if this happened to you. Here's your official weather for today.
All right, we are officially getting in the 90s today. It looks like sun early on in the day, and then you got a 30% chance of rain during the afternoon. Right now, it's already 71 degrees and 6:09 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
I'm very proud to present Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop on 104.1 KRBE.
All right, I want to remind you guys about the summer of 2020 free. 3 times a day, we give you a chance to win something fabulous, and that makes you a finalist for $10,000. 820, 120, 520. Today at 820, you're going to score tickets to see Wicked.
Oh, that's a fun play.
That's
the
here
untold
till-
true story of the Witches of Oz.
Here till the end of
Yeah, my brother went and
June.
saw it 2 days ago.
July 2nd, actually, Eric.
Nice.
Until July 2nd, yes.
Got some time.
Wicked, the untold true story of the Witches of Oz at the Hobby Center. So that's going to be up for grabs today at 820, and that makes you a finalist for $10,000. We'll do it again at 120 and then at 520. So that's 3 times a day, a chance to be a finalist at the end of the summer. Someone's going to get picked. A name from these finalists will just draw it out of the hat. Boom, $10,000. Amazing. Also, the rapid fire quiz is happening today for George Lopez tickets. We talked about that. And yesterday, that happens at 8 o'clock. Yesterday at 8 o'clock, it's Try It Tuesday. And it just went off the rails because Eric found this shotgun beer contraption called Kraken.
Yep, and I got on social media. I kept getting commercials, but then somebody said they saw it at Walmart for like $10.
Oh, how much did you pay for it?
I think 17 or 20, somewhere in there by the time you had tax.
It's like the devil claw.
No, you guys
Women can use it as weapons in their purses.
We're just doing it wrong. You gotta tilt it,
pop the can with
and
this
then
claw
you go
thing.
straight up. You guys went
Sideways.
You went like old school. Like
Yeah, I was doing it the way we did it in college.
These videos that KRB they blew up yesterday. I'm like, man, it's hilarious watching you two try, and people are making fun of you.
Oh, yeah.
I was, because you guys said drink it fast. So I'm trying to drink this non-alcoholic beer fast. You know what's crazy? The adrenaline of thinking, okay, we're doing Try It Tuesday. Remember, I didn't have my headphones on. Remember how I said, oh no, it's like you take off
It is weird.
the invisible globe that you're like, oh, I'm not going to say bad words. So I was really trying to think hard, like, don't say any bad words, and are you loud enough? And then the beer starts coming, and then you forgot. The last part of my thoughts was, what's this beer taste like? And it tastes like crap. And so anyway, I got this giant air bubble, so I had an excellent burp on
Oh
it.
yeah,
You did.
First time I've heard that happen.
But they didn't
Excellent
get the part with the whiskey, the canned whiskey, shotgunning that.
It's peanut butter whiskey.
That was what did me in.
That's got you. 'Cause you had look. I brought some LaCroix. I didn't have.
Yeah.
I don't have canned beer at home.
But I'd never
bottled
had canned whiskey before.
Well, it's just the samples of peanut butter whiskey. If you go to Total Wine or Specs, that's how they sell the
those mini
the
little-
minis.
like when you're
They're not, like usually it's like a mini bottle of wild turkey. Well, peanut butter whiskey doesn't do the bottle; they do those little cans.
like booze balls.
2 cans
Yes,
did me
buzzy
fine.
balls.
Oh, that's feeling pretty good.
So y'all can see the videos. Give Irvin props on that because he had the double camera angles, which was good. Cool. Go to KRBE socials. You can see that. All right. Pete Davidson. What are we in the tree and
What, I
trust?
thought we were in the trust tree in the nest. Are we not?
Are we not? It's not that it's a secret. It's just usually if in the school year, I probably wouldn't play this early because I think a lot of kiddos are in the car and they're going to school or whatever because there's a lot of bad words in this. They are bleeped, but you can still tell what he's saying. Pete Davidson's really mad because apparently there was a story where he got shamed for buying a pet from a pet store versus rescuing one. And, enough said with that. People have their side-eye opinion on that.
I mean, rescue is
You
nice.
walk into a pet store and bought a pet. Don't you know that those come from puppy mills?
Rescue is
blah,
nice,
blah, blah.
but
People say
you
that.
know what?
I don't
If-
know what's true, what's not true.
If you're taking a pet into your life and showing it love, there is no wrong.
But
So-
I can see with their point. Like if you keep buying from there, then they keep doing
Milling
that.
them.
Yeah.
Milling.
Well, so I don't know why this came up as Bridgerton. I was about to say her last name, but it doesn't matter. Her first name is Daphne. She's with PETA. She's the one that talked to TMZ about how disappointed she was in Pete that he bought a dog from a pet store instead of trying to rescue one of the millions of animals that needs a home and needs love.
Yeah.
So he, 1997 called and he got voicemail and left the voicemail on the machine.
Oh, wow.
But better it works.
And of course,
when he hears it then.
she released it to show like how angry he was.
He did-
Bridgerton Daphne did?
Not Daphne
That's
from
what I thought.
Bridgerton.
Oh.
No.
If you put in Daphne and Pete Davidson on Google, because I couldn't remember her last name off the bat.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know her first name is Daphne. It's a long last name. But if you put Pete Davidson and Daphne, it comes up Daphne Bridgerton because he dated Phoebe. What's her name?
Right. So this is not a starlet.
Does it say her last name there, Sam? It's a long name. I need to come around.
Nashminovich.
Sure.
What'd you call me?
Oh.
So this is her last name.
I
She
can
is.
spell it
What
for
is her?
you.
What is her title? Executive something of PETA.
Senior VP of Cruelty
Cruelty
Investigations.
Investigations. Okay, that's who he left the voicemail for. Here's the voicemail.
Oh, okay.
Hi, my name's Pete Davidson. This message is for Daphne, the scene. Thank you so much for making comments publicly that I didn't adopt a dog. I just want to let you know I'm severely allergic to dogs, so I have to get a specific breed. I'm only not allergic to Cavapoos and those type of dogs. And my mom's dog, who was 2 years old, died a week prior, and we're all so sad, so I had to get a specific dog. So why don't you do your research before you create news stories for people, because you're a boring, tired F you, and suck my dick.
Whoa.
End this message.
And that's why we're here before 7 a.m.
Whoa.
Can-
It was
I
bleeped.
don't know if you can.
apparently.
I would have caught hell for that beep.
Yeah, that was not much of a beep.
Daphna Nekminovich. You're correct, Sam. Nekminovich. That is who he left the message for, Senior Vice President of Cruelty Investigations, because she talked to TMZ about her disappointment that Pete Davidson did not adopt a dog from a rescue.
Hey, at least they're talking about it's out there.
It brings up the conversation.
It is true, though. I mean, I can understand his anger. People are quick to judge. It's just like, clickbait. People see a headline and then they start commenting before they've even really read the story.
Okay, so let me talk about that, the comments. Have you guys, all of us in here, how many have actually commented on something you saw on Instagram or a thread? And I don't mean like you liked it because it's your friend that posted. I mean, you actually commented on something that was like a story.
No.
I have.
Probably you do that.
Not often.
Then your algorithm gets filled with more of that story.
Right.
It's like, I can't get away
that's
from
when I learned my lesson. It's like it's not worth commenting.
Just go by it fast.
So
because then you'll be inundated.
The thing that destroys a lot of celebrities who say they've left Instagram or they left social media, like Selena Gomez's of the world and people, is because there are so many masses of people that will just type a fly-by-night, stab you in the side comment to just burn you. And really, it was nothing off them. Like, they were like, I'm just write this,
really, did you see?
Move on to the next. That's what makes it all crazy. So when Pete Davidson, obviously, he's seen a lot of this. Mm-hmm. He's probably like, that's it!
On Thursday, when we had the photo with Sam and your son, and I don't know if your mom was in the photo. I think it was just all of us.
Yeah.
And then someone made a comment, oh, wow, Eric finally looks tan. He looks so white before. Or something. Like, what if I was sick? What if I was dying or something? And then some person makes a comment. So I wrote back. I'm like, well, I guess I was at the beach and I got a little sun or something. But it's like, what makes you say that?
Santiago is tan, so they probably just were
comparing you to the baby.
I guess my baby.
By the way, Ryan, you weren't here, but Santiago is already more tan than I will ever be in my whole life. And he's like 6 weeks old.
That's the week I was out.
Yeah.
I just have to take photos next to Roula. So
that's true. I'm super pale.
I look tan.
Look tanner.
I was like, what is that?
Was it 12 years too late?
Some of the comments you see, you're right.
Yeah, I'm just that one, because you stuck on that one comment. And that person took the time to
you could actually go out of your way to take the time to write something mean.
Well,
how empty is your life?
I feel like it was. That's the problem, Ryan. People don't think that's like mean, but see how it bothered Eric. You know what I mean? Like they just think, "Oh wow, looks like Eric needs to get a tan."
I'm just like, well, leave me out of it. Why am I involved?
Yeah, somebody just wanted to make a comment that somebody wants to leave. Okay, it's fine. That's your thought, but to actually put it to the thread in the comment section. Imagine if you are a celebrity or anybody of any kind of level of celebrity, and they're just constantly being bombarded with these quote nothing comments, but millions of nothing comments will break you down as a human. That is why you hear celebrities like, I'm done with this ish. I can't do it anymore. I can't just post a fun picture of just this. Because think about it. When you post a picture, this for anybody, every time you post a picture, people are not looking at the 2 main in the frame or 3 main in the frame. They're zooming in to look around you.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they put it on Facebook. I don't see it. Maybe they took it down. I'm not sure.
I learned my lesson.
Maybe you were drunk and you dreamt it.
No, I mean, people are very, very observant. So, I posted a lot of pictures of my dog. I love my little pup. But one time I posted a picture and somebody zoomed in on her dog collar and actually saw my phone number on it.
Yes.
And I immediately had to delete that picture because I started getting texts.
Good job, Kevin. All right.
I don't know how.
Made it wider than screenshot.
Kevin's the one that put it out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I don't know how somebody could be so observant that they actually took the time to blow up the picture and zoom in on the little dog bone collar on my dog's leash or, a collar and see the phone number.
Speaking of dogs, we're going to talk about this next. You know how dating sucks? We've established dating sucks. It's very difficult to find the right person that has the same interests as you. That's not like a one and done that doesn't want you just a physical for one night or ghost you or what happened. You found it?
Yeah, here's what she wrote. Marty Davalos. Did Eric dye his hair? I thought it was reddish, and he got a tan. Good thing he was pasty. And then they put the.
Oh my God!
Like, screw you, Marty.
And then did you respond?
He was pasty.
Nope, I've always had dirty blonde and now gray. I got some sun at the beach last week, and otherwise I'd still be extra white.
Sometimes the lights in here too, because we have these red lights around our microphones, and it makes
Let me follow
There'd be a
her.
red glow.
That's funny that's the comment that's killing me right now.
Yeah, I know. There's
I
so
could
many
just
things.
go through my messages of rude comments
But why even?
you should wear Spanx. This is the brand I wore after I had a child. I'm like, okay.
Kevin, why do you
thanks.
put that out there?
What?
Why'd you write that, Kevin?
It was not Kevin. Kevin has been very sweet through this process of, my new mom bod and trying to get back to,
Right. I also took on a mom bod as
Yes.
well in support.
in support. And it's been
Now the
very
wedding's over?
helpful.
Sympathy mom bod.
Yeah. And now we both hike our pants above our belly buttons.
It's true.
It's your nipples. That
Now
count.
you like those maternity pants you didn't want to wear before.
Thank
now
goodness.
you know how awesome they are.
Thank goodness
this
pants are
guy.
getting bigger and traveling upwards.
Yes, true.
I appreciate the support.
That's funny. Okay,
Literally,
so,
with a belt.
yeah, with a belt. So if you are single and you also agree that dating sucks, there is a test to figure out if you want this person in your life. Now, this could actually work for anybody if you've met somebody new and you're like, do I want you to actually stick in my friend circle?
Like a friend
But
zone?
even dating, there are two questions you have to ask yourself, and they have to do with beer and puppies.
Oh.
We'll explain. How do puppies play into finding the right one for you, even if you're not a puppy person?
That's weird.
Okay, we'll talk about that next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Jesse Kelly here. If given the choice between financial stress or peace of mind, I will always choose peace of mind. In today's world filled with inflation worry, bank closures, market instability, and the current global economic environment, peace of mind is everything to me. That's why I have secured gold and silver from Oxford Gold Group. Having precious metals in your home safe or in your 401k/IRA should be considered for your investment strategy. Simply put, it's a portfolio protection plan. Whether you are a savvy investor or you are just curious how gold and silver can help you gain peace of mind, call my friends at the Oxford Gold Group. Securing your IRA or 401k with real gold and silver is as easy as 1, 2, 3. One app, one call, and you pick your precious metals. That's it. You now own real precious metals just like I do. Call Oxford Gold today and ask about exclusive free bonus opportunities. Call 833-901-COIN. 833-901-COIN. That's 833-901-COIN.
Dad, I picked up your pills, made your lunch, and your laundry is done.
When you care for a loved one, you take care of everything. But are you taking care of yourself? Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to Roula and Ryan.
All right, you tease something involving puppies and beer.
Yes. Puppies and beer. That is the quickest way to figure out if you want someone in your life. Now, how are those two related? This is if you are single and meeting someone new, or if you're just meeting someone that you think you'd be friends with, but before you want to dip your toe in the water and really go forth to try to be this person's friend, you can ask yourself these questions.
All right.
If you want to reassess your relationships to figure out which ones are still worth your time investment, you ask yourself, 1, would you want to have 2 beers with this person? 2. 1 is like, I'll have a quick drink and I'm out of here. I'll order another one. We're having a good time.
Maybe have 2. That means you're there
2.
for 30 minutes at least.
Yeah, 2 beers. And would you trust this person to look after your puppy for the weekend?
Whoa, that's a big commitment.
I can't make that assessment based on the first date.
A puppy, not a.
Just when you meet someone, right? You can because remember yesterday we were talking about how in the first 20 minutes you know if you want a second date with someone. I think for women it's more like 5 minutes.
I mean,
5
would any
minutes
of you?
you're like, I'm not sure this person's crazy, and then go, let me just give them another 10
Would
minutes.
any of
and
you
see.
though? It's first date. We're talking. You've met this person one time, and you're already wanting to let your little puppy to spend the weekend with that person.
Well, that's the
not
question
knowing
you
much
ask
more.
yourself. How much? That's how you can gauge how you feel about them.
Yeah.
Maybe they already have a dog, and it's something that was a topic of conversation.
So
could-
you would feel
and
more
beer.
comfortable if they had a dog to watch your puppy?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they have some dog
I
experience.
mean,
yeah.
if their dog has been living for, longer than a couple months.
But then what if it was like?
What if their puppy's aggressive?
Yeah.
Or their dog's
Like how-
aggressive towards the puppy?
Like how Misty got her tooth.
Someone's going to lose a
got-
tooth, that's what I'm
Someone's
saying.
She got attacked.
See, in my world, before I had a dog, I would. If the question would be, would you trust this person to look after your child just for one day versus the weekend? But because some people don't like the way Sam feels about Misty and the way I feel about Charlie. Well, she's been with Misty longer than I've been with my dog Charlie. And my daughter asks me all the time, Mommy, how much do you love Charlie? Like 85%, 90%. And I'm like, I am Charlie's warden is what I am, Alexandra. I'm the one that has to clean her when you guys, go outside and she's digging around and she comes. My kids have gotten really good, but I'm still the one that's doing all the minutia with the dog because this is what happens, and we all knew it. We all knew it, and that's why I resisted for a long time. It all falls on the mom. It does, because I'm home longer than my husband is. When my husband's home, it falls on him.
Yep.
But I am the one that's home more than him in the daytime, so it's me that has to do it. Like yesterday, remember we're trying to teach Charlie how to swim, and so they went swimming yesterday. They go, let's get Charlie back in the pool. I was like, I don't think Charlie likes the pool. Like, I think you could tell if a dog likes it.
You can definitely tell.
She does not like it.
If they're terrified, you don't want to make them.
And it's not terrified, but she's like, oh God, there's these white kids chasing me around the yard again.
They'll stay away from her.
Yeah.
They'll be running away.
Yeah.
You'll end up making her hate the water.
So now she knows how to get to the steps. And I said, listen, guys, I think that we've proven that if she falls in, she can find the steps. Get her out of there. So she got out, and then I said, we're not putting her back in. That's it. She doesn't like the water. We've established I don't think she's a swimming dog.
Yeah.
But then I had to calf scramble chase her around the yard because she didn't even want me to come near her with a towel, thinking I was going to put her back in the pool.
Aww.
But I was trying to dry her off so I could take her inside.
So
finally I just stopped chasing her. I go, she'll come around.
Did she try to dry herself off by rolling in the yard a little bit?
No, she just did the shake.
Okay, and then also when you dried her off with the towel finally, did she do her zoomies?
What's that?
Oh my gosh!
Wait, your dog doesn't do zoomies?
Ever. You dry your dog off, and then they get this burst of energy, and they just run
Roll around on the carpet.
Like it's like lightning. Like they go so fast.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. She did that in the backyard yesterday, but I thought she was just trying to get away from me.
No, it probably
with
does.
the towel.
It's ultra excitement, and stimulation, I guess, because
It's the best thing ever. You can tell when your dog gets this.
Oh yeah.
Do you have one of those things we call them
Missy
place?
thrives.
It's like a little. What do you call those things, Kev?
Elevated dog beds?
Yeah, those elevated dog bed.
I have a regular cushy dog bed for her.
Those are nice to have, and then you can just say place, train them on that thing, and that way they always go to that.
Well, she knows her bed. I'm like, Charlie, go to your bed.
But
Charlie,
at least it's
go to your
durable
bed.
and stuff, and doesn't get smelly or like a bed.
And also
it's
it
not like a
lets-
sleeping place. It's it's a place for
it lets air underneath of it,
Yeah.
and you can rinse it out as well.
Yeah,
Like a
so
little
yeah.
trampoline kind
Yeah,
of, right?
Those
Yeah,
things
it's a
are
little
great.
mini trampoline.
You know what else is great? Like for my dog, now that she's really in the golden years, and I bought her a ramp so she can walk up to the couch now, or she can walk up to the bed because she can't really jump anymore.
You
But
don't
God
jump
love
and
her.
tearing something else.
Oh, she has. She's torn both.
ACL.
She's had both ACL tears, and that's expensive surgery. I don't want to put her through any more of that. But the other day, I was doing laundry, I was cleaning up, and I still had a few of Faith's things, even though she moved to Los Angeles, and I actually left her bedroom door open, and I'm looking for my dog Mango. I'm like, where is she? And then I walk in, she's just in there looking up straight at Faith's empty bed. And she's still waiting for her to come home.
Just wondering.
And then it's so heartbreaking. It's like that my dog Skip when he went away to college. And
my daughter said that 2 years ago. She's like, Dad, do you know if you say you die?
Oh my gosh.
And,
Don't even talk
your-
about it.
Your
not gonna
dog's
die.
just going to wonder where you're at and think you left them because they don't
Yeah.
understand death. I'm like,
Yeah.
thanks a lot,
That's
Ava. What
traumatic.
kind of TikTok video did you watch
That's
on that
nice.
one?
Well, it all starts if you're just tuning in. We were talking about 2 beers and a puppy. Would you trust this person to look after your puppy for the weekend, or would you want to have 2 beers with this person? Is how you can gauge if you would like to go further with someone that you've just met. It's how you feel about a friend, a coworker, a family member, or somebody you just met on a date. Somebody texted you can. You can literally. Where is that text? There it is. You can literally tell somebody's character just by how they treat the waitstaff at whatever restaurant you are in.
for sure.
So now that we learned that dinner dates don't actually happen on the first date, you go somewhere where there's a server, you can gauge their
And they should be on their best
personality.
behavior then. So if they let their guard down that early, or they're that jerky,
I've
means
always
you've
said,
never waited tables or had a service job in your life.
I've always said the way somebody behaves on that first date, that's as good as it's going to
and
get.
how can you really tell? Just
They're
by
really going to put on their best behavior.
You must got to do an activity or something to.
Oh, like blind date
Yeah, like
with
blind
Roger
date, you gotta-
Lodge.
yeah.
Let's go.
Love
Let's
Roger
go
Lodge.
bungee jump.
Don't you have a phone call sometimes before you actually meet? I know most people just like to text, but you know,
No, because remember when Christina was on our show, she thought it was so weird that we thought it was weird that she never talked to the person on the phone. They only texted before they met for a date, and then it would be weird if that person tried to call her.
Then you meet them.
Because actually,
The voice did not match the picture.
Yes, because actually, for those that maybe have not heard all of our personal backgrounds, when I met Tassos, it was a blind date, but I talked to him once on the phone before, and it was when he said, "Hello, this is Tassos." I go, "Oh my God, this guy's got a hot voice."
Did you go buy a suit from him?
I go, "Hey."
What was that audio, that guy?
I guarantee it.
The Men's Warehouse guy.
And by the way, Sam, this texture I agree with. My kids get the zoomies. I don't know about a dog zoomie, but my kids get the zoomies, and that is the truth. Oh my God, yes. There's it's like a witching hour. Usually it's like, I call it kid crunch time. It's crunch time. Usually it's like between 4 and 7 is crunch time, but now that it's summertime, it's all the time. Yesterday they came in from having lunch with my mom and my sister-in-law, and oh my God, all at the same time. Talk about the zoomies for my dog, and then the kids are everywhere, and it was like, and think what a dog's eye level is, right? So I have a 4-year-old niece, and I have a 12-year-old daughter. This is the range of ages coming at the dog. 4 kids coming at the dog, and they're like, and she's like, I don't know what to do first.
Which one do I grab?
Oh my God, do I jump on someone? What do I do? And they start running around the house like she's a greyhound at Sam Houston Race Park.
Yes.
Yeah,
those are the
that's
zoomies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where the front legs cross the back legs.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like Scooby-Doo. Like where the...
Like after you give them the bath,
Gosh, it's
and you
awesome.
towel dry them and everything. I always leave my office because my office has got carpet in it in my home office.
Oh, yeah.
And I leave that door open. She just makes a beeline for it and starts just doing the rolls. The rolls and the rolls and the rolls all over the carpet.
That's, Miss.
Somebody is calling out a little secret of Ryan Chase's. Just think, I want like a sarcasm voice, like sarcastic guy says. Kevin, read that.
I don't have my text messages up.
Okay, I can't do the voice, but why does Ryan keep saying all these aids are around the house for Mango? We all know they're for him because he's falling apart at the seams.
Brian's crawling up those things.
I typically don't use a ramp to walk up my couch.
He's got that one that pushes you up, kind of like my bed I'm buying today.
You're the one getting the orthopedic bed.
Right, makes fun of me.
Pragmatic adjustable bed at Eric's house.
He rides that stair buggy upstairs.
I bet he would, but he can't. There's not enough room, right?
No. I mean, my God, those stairs
You've fallen 3 times.
Those stairs are like death stairs. They're so narrow because the home was built in the 70s. I've completely gutted it and rebuilt it, and it's very modern on the inside, but you couldn't make the stairs any wider. And here, I'm walking up with big old cowboy boots. And
why don't you just have a button
boom.
you can push it, it makes a slide. It turns into a slide.
Oh, I'd love that.
And you put like a potato sack thing in, you put your feet in.
I always wanted a fireman's
just for that
pole.
part to go down.
Just to slide down a pole.
Are you falling down or are you
I'm
going
falling up. What I do is I'm walking up and I'm going too fast and I'll miss a stair and it's like boom, 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 back down.
But you fall on your head? Like
backwards?
Like
I've done both. I've fallen forward.
You could die like that in your house.
I've fallen forward and I've fallen backwards.
I feel like the Munsters or the Addams family had that stairwell.
Well,
someone from
the Munsters had the stairs that
opened up. Maybe that's what
there
I'm
was
thinking
a dragon
of.
in it. Spot their pet dragon or whatever.
There you go.
That's probably what I'm
Oh
thinking
yeah,
of.
was that like in the wall or something, like a Scooby-Doo wall, or that was a staircase?
Batman, the old Batman show. He had like a little statue, and he'd pull his head open, he'd hit a button, and the bookcase would open up, and they'd jump down these like fireman poles. And then they'd come down and magically be dressed as Batman and Robin when they got to the bottom.
Speaking of, I met a family. My daughter had a play date, and when they bought their house, the person that custom built the house, I think 17 years ago, put a fireman pole on the side of the house to get the kids down from the second floor to the first floor.
That'd be cool. That'd be expensive.
In case of a fire or just for fun. And she was like, well, the kids love going down that fireman pole. I go, isn't that kind of dangerous?
Yeah, climb out on that thing.
Still be fun.
Yes, there is a house in Houston that has a real fireman's pole in it.
And then, one of the kids puts butter all over it to screw with the...
No, I don't think so.
Just a quicker way down.
Hey, yo. Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
It's brought to you by Duncan. Operations at Bush Intercontinental Airport were impacted because, listen to this, there was a woman trespassing. She was on runway 15L, one of the 5 runways serving the airport, causing a closure on the tarmac for about 15 minutes. The apparent trespasser was taken into custody around 8:40 last night. It's not immediately known how this person made it onto the tarmac or who this person is, but authorities believe that she was not a passenger on a flight because somebody just wandered onto the runway. In April, a man was on his first date when he was struck and killed by a speeding car after leaving Voodoo Donut on Westheimer and Montrose. The family has previously filed a civil lawsuit seeking damages against Christina Chambers. She's the 32-year-old woman that just She's behind the wheel of the car. They say she was going more than 100 miles an hour. She was charged with criminal intoxication, manslaughter. An amended petition was filed adding her husband and 4 different bars. Now, all 4 bars were within blocks of each other in Montrose. The attorney said the already intoxicated Chambers apparently drank before the deadly crash, and it's going to become part of the ongoing investigation as the lawsuit progresses. So you cannot overserve people. A Harris County free child care program is set to start in days, and advocates say it could not come at a better time. The county is using $26 million in federal funds to cover child care costs. So if you live in the county and you have a kid under the age of 4 and you meet the income requirements, you could get free child care. Yes. It's Texas Care for Children said a family of 4 spends typically about $20,000 a year in child care.
Oof.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. And the U.S. Chamber of Commerce says Texas loses about $9 billion a year in revenue because parents, they can't work because they got to stay home with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And those first years until they get to school, until you get into public school,
Yep.
20 grand a year
money.
on average. Isn't that crazy?
I feel like that's on the cheap side, to be honest.
And right now, summertime, people trying to get their kids in
Jeez.
camps. Those aren't cheap.
Well, and
That's
also-
busy.
So look this up. It's the Harris County Free Child Care Program. It's I believe it's on abc13.com. They've got a story and a link.
Is it like
about
on
it.
harris.org or something? Or like what's a website for this?
Hey, boy, it's really going fast.
It's one of these websites where the URL is like 1 million characters long. You got to click
Just
the link.
Google it.
You gotta start
Okay.
with
that what you-
www. I love when people do that still.
Backslash this, that, this, that, dot, slash, underscore.
Backslash.
By the way, a listener, thank you.
Backslash.
Just text, and they're going to the Garrison Brothers Distillery. They want to know if I want to pick something up for me. I can Apple Pay them. But I'm banned right now from buying any booze. My wife.
I think you've had enough.
Banned.
I found a loophole because I buy stuff in Galveston. I keep it down there at.
Oh my God! You have
My
a separate.
father-in-law's
When
house.
is enough?
It's never enough.
I've run out of money.
I thought you were going to talk about the text. I Googled Eric's photo. He's not pasty.
Yeah, see, I was
yeah.
going to say that too. Thank you. I appreciate that one.
There you go.
All right, that's what's going down in H-Town.
Special K, do you have a telemarketer turnaround or a robocall for us next?
We're going to get her done on the telemarketer turnaround.
Oh, yay!
Get her
I'm the
done.
cable guy.
Let's find out what the phrase is and how many times we all bet he's going to say it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.